Alright, hello everybody and welcome to our Daily Huddle episode 03. Right now, we're actually on our third episode of our Daily Huddle. Now, for those of you who are actually joining us for the first time, here's what our Daily Huddle is all about. Every weekday, I'm going to be answering 5 questions, and I'm not just going to basically answer them in a one short sentence answer. I'm going to answer them in detail and in length so that it can actually help you move forward for your business. Regardless if you are starting one, you're building one, you're scaling one, or you're planning on selling one at the same time. And I'm going to basically answering every single question every day. 5 questions every day. I should say I can't be answering every question every day, or else it's going to be me just being on camera on like a 24/7 clock just to answer all your guys' questions. So for those of you who are here with us right now, okay, if you're on Facebook or you are on YouTube, tell me if you guys are excited. Put in the word excited in the comment box or right in the chat box right into YouTube right now. So I want to basically make sure I see a lot of people. All right, I'm getting Ryan, Thomas, Lynette, Dawn, Jasmine, Nance, Tati, Erwin, and Mandy. There's a square in my video. I think that square actually came from my other camera. I'm actually using an other camera right now. Oops, I don't know how to actually remove that. But I guess you guys are going to see a Fred Lam and a box. Alright, I'm just getting a lot of new people piling on right now as we speak right now. So, for those of you who has actually watched my first and second episode of our Daily Huddle, put into me if you have watched our first and second episode of our Daily Huddle. And I want to see like how many people actually watched or been here with us live for our Daily Huddle, so that you guys are basically being informed and basically been learning from all these questions that are being fired at me. Now, I actually have hundreds and hundreds of questions every single day. Now, if you actually have a burning question, okay, simply there's a link above this video on Facebook and then a link right down on the description on YouTube. Click on it, fill in your information, and ask me your question. Now, again, I'm not going to do any campaign reviews. I actually got some people sending me information about campaign reviews, store reviews. I don't do any of that. I only actually do campaign reviews and store reviews with my members in our members area. So this is really just answering questions for you that can help you move forward with your business. So I'm getting a lot of me's coming in right now. Excellent. I'm getting a bunch of you guys on YouTube. I'm getting a lot of people actually on YouTube right now. So without waiting further ado, let's officially kickstart right away to basically answer the 5 questions that are actually given to me today. All right. So the first question, now again, today is going to be all about Facebook ad strategy. I basically picked 5 questions that is talking primarily about Facebook ad strategy, so that we're basically trying to create a topic for each of these Daily Huddle and answer all these questions, so you guys are basically all on the same page. So with that, our first question of the day is actually by Lori Miskiel. All right, I hope I pronounced your name right. So your question is simply asking, my Facebook ads just don't seem to be working. How do I write a winning Facebook ad? What does it need to have in it? Great question. So there's actually a template that I follow, and it really depends on, let me take a step back. It really depends on if A, you're selling a physical product, you're selling a service, or you're selling a digital product, okay? It's because at the end of the day, these 3 different markets or businesses should have a slightly different ad. But when it comes to a template that is proven to actually have a higher click-through rate, here's what I actually do, okay? There are, I would say, 4 elements that you actually have to look out for that I make sure that I have in every single ad that I put for my Facebook ad. So let's start with the first one right away. The first one is a short sentence, okay? It's going to be like, I don't know how long, it can be like 5 words to max 8 words. That is going to grab the attention of the person that is scrolling through the newsfeed. So usually I capitalize all letters, or I simply create something very, very catchy to actually get that person's attention, okay? And also, what I also typically do is add in some emoji icons, okay? So you can see actually on my Facebook post right now, I use emoji icons. Like today, I use the one that's sticking of the tongue with a dollar symbol on it, because emoji icons really catches the person's attention right away. And I usually use emoji icon to basically bracket out the main topic or the main headline that is going to attract or grab the attention of the person that I'm trying to serve the ad to. Okay, so again, it's attention grabbing right up the gate. Then I basically provide one sentence, okay? In one sentence, you want to accomplish what your ad is talking about. So for example, if you're selling a physical product, it can be something like one weird little gadget that makes your dumpling in seconds. Okay, something that really catches the person's attention or basically wanting to actually learn more. Now from there, I would actually add in a call to action. So if you are selling a physical product, you can say maybe get this free, but just play shipping. And then the other one, maybe if you're trying to actually sell or trying to capture an email address, I would say grab your copy here, or save your seat here, or something like sign up here. And when I put the sign up, I also add in another emoji icon, which has an arrow. Okay, you can actually see right now on my Facebook post that I actually did exactly how I'm actually sharing with you right now. So from there, I put in a link. So as you know, if you're trying to advertise on Facebook, your goal is to make people go to your landing page. So by actually having a link right at the top of the post, okay, it will basically give you an additional spot for you to get that person to click your landing page. Now, I use a software called Tiny, which I'm actually a co-owner of, that can actually give me the ability to do a lot of things. Actually, tiny.ie if you want to check it out. But for those of you, you can use Bitly, you can use the Google shortener, because you don't want to actually have their long, old-fashioned URL taking a big spot. Okay, you want a short, quick URL that is short. That's what we call URL shortener, for people to actually click on it from there. Okay, so people are really now trained online to click on these short URLs. Then at the end, I would actually add in some social media stuff. For example, like this post if you want this, or something like tag a friend, or comment below of what you think. So you're creating the social aspect of things. So just in the post text alone, okay, we just talked about having a headline, having a sentence that really can capture or attract the person or really sell what you want to do. Then number 3, a call to action. Number 4, you simply have in social media elements right into that post itself. And to wrap it up, you also want to use emoji icon. Now on top of that, you obviously want either a nice video or a nice catching image that can represent your product or service or whatever you're trying to sell. And number 3, you can use a slideshow. But here's what I can tell you. A lot of times right now, I have been seeing right now, especially in the current Facebook advertising world right now, that video and also slideshows, or what we also call thumb-stopping ads, are actually doing a lot better than image ads, okay? But again, each market is different, each niche is different. You want to test it out and see what works best. But so far, I've seen that a lot of times, video ads, so something that is moving in that spot, okay? So right at the text at the bottom, there's either a page for you to put video, image, or slideshow, or whatever. I've seen that video is currently outperforming a lot more than image for some of the niche that I'm in. But again, you have to test it out because each niche is very, very different. Last but not least is the post link text, okay? The post link text, you also want to create some kind of attention. So usually what I do is that for the post link text, I will reinforce what I basically said in the post at the top where the headline is, to reinforce in detail on what they are actually getting themselves into. So that way you have like the perfect ad template created for your ad, okay? So usually that's what I do, and I hope that this really helps you out. Put in a me in the question box if that template really helps you out, because I've seen a lot of people running different templates. I've seen a lot of people running different ads. Either their ads are just not directly telling the user what to do, they don't get it, and they just basically slip and pass by from there. All right. So Ivan asked, how long should a video be? So if you want me to answer that question, make sure you go to the link www.fredlam.com/ask, and I'll make sure that I get that question answered. All right. So the next question is by Mohammed. Okay. Mohammed asks, I don't know, you didn't even provide me your last name, so I can only say you are from Mohammed. So Mohammed asks, what is your Facebook strategy? Example, always start with PPE. So what PPE stands for is pay per engagement. Okay, so it's a post engagement ad. Then conversion, add to cart, then conversion purchase. And your second question to that is, should one use a new pixel for each store if the niche is different? So let me answer your first question first, okay? So your first question is basically saying, well, like, what kind of Facebook strategy I use. Do I start with a PPE, then going into conversion of add to cart, and going to conversion with purchase? My answer is I always go after website conversion based on purchase, okay? I do not start with PPE. I do not start with add to cart. I do not basically make it towards going to purchase. I go to purchase straight on day one. And here's the reason why, okay? When you're advertising on Facebook, you basically choose the objective. So you tell Facebook why you're advertising on Facebook. What is your end goal? What is the results that you want from the ad that Facebook is serving? Now, when you choose post-engagement ad, well, guess what's going to happen? Facebook is just going to primarily focus on getting people to like, comment, and share. They're not going to basically optimize your ads for people to actually buy the product. Now, you will still get some sales here and there when you're running a PPE campaign, because there's going to be spillover traffic. People share it, and their friend actually saw it and may actually buy from sharing from your ad. However, at the end of the day, you're simply just telling Facebook, you know what, I don't care about my purchase. All I care about is you getting people to actually just engage with my ad. And that's it. And when you do that, over time, you'll see that your ad is not going to perform, or right out of the gate, your ad is not going to perform because you're not telling Facebook specifically what you want. Now, same things to add to cart. So when it goes to add to cart, well, guess what? Facebook will only optimize your ads and show your ads to people that will most likely add the product to cart. They won't care if you're going to get the actual purchase or not, because you told them right out of the gate that, hey, Facebook, I only want add to cart right now, and I want you to optimize my ad based on add to cart. So in reality, what you really want to do is go after purchase straight from day one. You want to tell Facebook, go look for the buyers within my interest targeting. And here's the truth when it comes to actually targeting. So let's say that you have an audience size of 1 million audience when you're going into Facebook and when you're trying to advertise on Facebook, okay? So let's say that the pie is like right here. This is like the circle of the pie. 1 million people right inside. Now, what happens is that Facebook won't go after this entire 1 million audience. What they're going to do is they're going to take a segment of this 1 million audience, so maybe 100,000 of them or even 50,000 of them, and only serve their ads to people that will most likely be performing or basically giving you the results that you want. So what Facebook does is that out of that 1 million, they'll see, oh, okay, out of this 1 million, here's 100,000 people that will most likely buy a product from a third-party website, which is your website. Then they'll serve their ads to those people first so that you see immediate results, because Facebook's motto is that they want advertisers, small advertisers like you, to actually see results right away so that they can actually, I don't know why, I lost this, one sec. I lost my camera, figuring this out. I actually changed to a different camera, and oh, I'm back. All right, I think it's a streaming issue. But anyways, going back to that, so Facebook would actually go after that primary primarily audience. I'm trying to see. Oh, there you go. I'm back. Okay, so Facebook will basically just go after that small segment first, because with your budget, unless you're doing like thousands of dollars right away, then your pie is going to get bigger within that pie. Okay, so you basically want to tell Facebook right away that, hey, I'm advertising here because I want to actually get purchased. Now, the answer to your second question, okay, you're asking, well, should I be having 1 pixel per store or per niche? And the answer to that is yes, okay? You don't want to actually have 1 pixel going after multiple stores, okay? You want to make sure that one website or one store has 1 pixel and within one niche, because that's where Facebook is actually capturing all the data, so that at the end of the day, they know what your customers are, who your customers are, what they buy, what their behaviors are, what they do, and over time, Facebook starts to learn more from your pixel and can actually give you better results. So the answer to the question is, yeah, you have it right. 1 pixel for each store is the best way to go. Okay. Let me see the next question right now. So the third question of the day is by Winston Hang. So Winston Hang said, "How do you find interest targeting? How do you find interest targeting? Do you usually use?" So grammar problem is more like, how do you find interest targeting? I don't know. I think you're trying to ask, how do you find interest targeting? Okay. For example, like pages, interests, or behavior, and which one do you recommend? So good question. When it comes to actually targeting on Facebook, if you're brand new and you're just starting out and you want to actually find an interest to actually either interest, behavior, or pages to go right out of the gate, what I normally do is the following, okay? I actually look at 3 different things. Number 1, I look at the top brand that is within the niche that I'm in. So let's say that you may be in digital publishing and you want to go after the personal development space. Well, there's people like Tony Robbins. There are people they're like brands, or I can say brands. There are public figures like Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, and all these other guys. So that's where your starting point should be. Now, another interest that I would go after is brands. For example, Think and Grow Rich. If we're talking about the PD space, Think and Grow Rich, Mind Valley, etc., etc. The other thing that I would actually stay away from is keywords. So I primarily go after brands and public figures right out of the gate to actually capture more information. So let's say that if I actually have an ad that my interest targeting on Bob Proctor works really, really well, then guess what I do? I take that interest and I go to the audience insight, and right into the audience insight, you can actually put in the interest of Bob Proctor. When you put it in there, you will actually get the ability to go under the page likes tab to see what other pages or what other brands or what other affinity these audiences are most likely going to also show an interest in. So you slowly expand it from there. Now, here's a major tip though. When you're getting out of the gate, let's say for the PD space, there's going to be a lot of different PDs. Like Tony Robbins is like business PD. Bob Proctor is more of like the mindsets PD. There's like another one like Bob Proctor is more like law of attraction. There's all these other PD elements involved. Yeah, your entire business is the overarching, the over branch, or the top is basically PD. Well, PD stands for personal development, by the way, for those of you who are asking. Then what I normally do is I don't right away, I won't know if that audience is going to work or not. So you wanted to test it through ads and look at the data points to see if those audience are going to actually convert for you or not. And then from there, you want to expand. Now, when you start to actually get customers, or when you start to get leads that are accomplishing or that is delivering what you want. So let me take leads as an example. I'm going to move away from e-commerce a little bit. Let me take leads let's talk about e-commerce. So let's say that you are selling a lot of, I want to see, I'm randomly finding something right now. Let's say that you're selling a lot of this like crystal, I don't know, that's not crystal, it's like this Apple thingy-majiggy, okay? Well, what I do, once I actually start from scratch, going after different interests, and it starts to work, and I'm collecting customers' information, okay? I'm literally getting sales. I'm starting to capture customers' information. Once I hit a certain point, and it should be around 1,000, I know that this is going to be a little bit advanced. What I would do is I would actually export that customer list, upload it to Facebook, and create a custom audience. And then going back to the audience insights to simply look at who my customers are really doing. Like, what do they actually like? So I know who my customer avatar are. You'll be surprised that I actually found a lot of new targeting by simply uploading my customer list to Facebook and using the audience insight to look at what my customer likes. You'll be surprised, like literally surprised. And one of the most interesting thing, I was selling a household product and I never knew, okay, and I would never guessed in my life, if I didn't go through that process, I would have never guessed in my life that the people that are actually buying my household goods are basically anti-Trump people that are against Trump, that people that don't like Trump, which is very interesting. And that really opened up my eyes on knowing and identifying a new market that I can really go after, going back into the interest targeting. So again, you would want to start with like brands. You want to start public figures right out of the gate, because those are more easier for you to actually convert. And then from there, you grab the data and you diversify from there. So I really hope that helped you out. Yeah, I know, Winston, there is a box in my face and I don't know how to remove it. I'm using a different camera today because my team actually took my other camera for video shooting, so I'm not able to do that. So my apology if you're seeing a little box right now. So I hope that it didn't bother you. It's bothering me a little bit, that's for sure, but there's nothing I can do about it. All right. So if you guys are on Facebook, give me more of the love symbol if you guys are loving our daily huddle right now. Like, I'm just literally just plowing through and answering as much questions as possible. And I actually take a lot of time answering your guys' questions too. And I see a lot of guys on YouTube right now. All right, that is great. I'm just looking through YouTube. We have a lot of people on YouTube right now. And again, Josie, the answer to her question, rewatch my video afterward and you'll know exactly what happened. All right, the fourth question of the day is Samuel Sobrano. I hope I pronounced your last name right. Your question is, what's the difference between selling with Zero Up and selling directly with Amazon Central? So Zero Up, and which is a software and training that I have, that I own, and Amazon is basically, Amazon Central is basically selling on Amazon. So one of the most important thing and the main difference, okay, are the following. Number one, with Zero Up, you don't have to hold any inventory. But vice versa, on Amazon side, if you want to start selling on Amazon, you got to basically buy your product in bulk, and you got to basically send it to the FBA and basically have money invested into stock right away, or inventory right away, before you can actually start selling. And with Zero Up, we are integrated with Shopify, where you use Shopify as the platform to actually sell. And for Amazon, basically you're selling on Amazon, okay? That's what it is. That's the two main difference. The last main difference is traffic. So when it comes to Amazon, it's very, 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 very rare, or I should say it's almost virtually, I can't say it's virtually impossible, but it's very, very tough for you to actually drive like other traffic to Amazon. So let me say, for an example, Amazon actually created their own ecosystem where you can actually advertise within Amazon to get your listing up, to actually get traffic. But when you actually start advertising Facebook traffic to your Amazon listing, you're not sure if you're going to actually get sales or results right away, because you're not able to put pixels and all those other stuff. Now also with Amazon, you're literally building Amazon's business. Now, I'm not saying I'm against Amazon business. I know a lot of people that are making a lot of money with Amazon, okay? But I'm just saying that I'm not choosing that route, especially if you are new, because you're literally building Amazon's business. When a customer actually bought your product through Amazon Central and through your Amazon listing, you have no way into contacting those customers, okay? Because those customers are not yours. They're actually Amazon's. All right. Now, vice versa, with Zero Up, which we're integrated with Shopify, you actually own the customer and you can actually sell them other stuff, email them, and do a lot of other things. So these are the three main reasons. Okay. Number one is inventory. With Zero Up, you don't have to hold any inventory, and with Amazon, you need to. Number 2, the platform is different. Amazon Central, you're selling just on Amazon, and on Zero Up, you basically sell in Shopify. Number 3 is the traffic source is also very, very different at the same time. All right. So the last question of the day is Robert Smith. Now, this is a little bit more advanced for Facebook ad strategy, okay? And I'm actually pretty stoked that Robert brought up this question. So Robert asked, you've shown your results in the groups before, and I saw that you have an average order value, which we call AOV, of at least $80. Can you explain how to get your AOV so high? Is there any recommendation you can make in apps, product copy, product selection, discount strategy, bundling, etc. that can create high AOV like that? This is an excellent question that you brought up, okay? So in order for you to actually, number 1, be competitive in the auction and investing more money into ads is for you to increase your average order value. So let's say for an example right now, McDonald's. I always love to use McDonald's analogy. If your store is primarily just selling the burger and you are not looking at the average order value, you're just going to be making, let's say, $3 for a burger, and that's it. However, if you want to basically scale your business to multi-million, afford more traffic, and to actually invest more money into traffic, and to actually be competitive and actually outrank or outbeat your competitors, you need to work on your AOV, okay, the average order value. Because if your order right now for store number 1 is only coming in at $3, where the other store, the average order value is $6, well, guess what? The second store is going to completely beat the first store because this guy over here has like 100% more money to actually beat this little guy over here who only collects $3. This guy is right here collecting $6. This guy right here is only collecting $3. So your job is to increase your AOV. Now, there are several strategies to actually increase your AOV. Number 1 is you want to actually sell different tickets of item. You want to sell low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket, okay? Don't just primarily focus on selling low ticket. Now, low ticket is basically anything that is going to be in the ballpark of $10, okay? You want to sell things in the $10 range, all the way to $20 to $50 range, and all the way to $100 range. So by that, then when you combine all the orders together, you know for a fact that, hey, your average order value is going to be a lot higher than all the other people. Now, the next thing that I do that I absolutely love is simply using a sales funnel. So what we call upselling. It's just like going to McDonald's, okay? When you go to McDonald's, you buy a burger. What does the cashier ask you? Do you want fries with that? And do you want a soft drink? And by actually upselling the initial customer on more products, chances are reality is that not everybody's going to basically take all the upsells that you're offering. But even if you can actually get 20% take rate for all the upsells, you are still making a higher average order value than not having any upsells in place, okay? Now, the last thing that I do is called bundling. So on a page, you don't just have like one product. You basically say, I have a bundle package, or basically buy 3 for the price of 2, or something along the lines of that. So that way you are boosting your average order value. You'll be surprised that you may think that a lot of people just buy one product on your product page. The truth is, if there are options for them to quote unquote save money, they will actually buy more items than just one. So that way you are then increasing your average order value right away. So there's basically 3 strategies at play right now. Number 1 is basically selling low, mid, and high ticketed items. Number 2 is simply having a sales funnel and upsell them. And number 3 is simply bundling the offer, or basically adding additional discount for actually grabbing more products. So by doing that, then you get to actually afford more advertising, invest more money into ads so that you can actually take out your competitor and basically have more traffic going into your store, which that means that you have more customers. When you have more customers, you have more email addresses, and when you have more email addresses, you can actually make more profit by sending them email and then offering them different promotions, etc., etc., etc. All right, so I really hope that helped you out, Robert. Those are the strategies that I've been using. And listen, guys, these are things that you absolutely want to do. We covered a lot about the Facebook ad strategy side, from like targeting, from website objective, from like average order value. These are the most important thing when it actually comes into advertising on Facebook. Because let's be honest, at the end of the day, Facebook is still an auction. Okay, that's what they are. Whoever pays the most money can win. Obviously, there are other parameters involved, such as like relevancy, such as how much people are engaging with the ad, etc. There are other factors, but if we remove those factors, at the end of the day, it's all about auction. So it's like whoever actually have the highest average order value will always win. And a lot of people ask, well, Fred, at the end of the day, let's say that I'm going to continue using this little Apple antique gift that I got. If two stores sells the same product, but how does one store make a lot more money than the other store? Well, guess what? It's all about the AOV. Because if store number 2 sells the same thing, but they are actually able to make 100% more sales and revenue then this store over here, store number 1 over here, guess what? This guy will always going to win. This guy will always beat this person in the auction. This guy will always get more traffic than this person. At the end of the day, that's where people start saying, well, I'm selling the same product, but I don't know why this person can sell so well and I can't. It's all about that. You have to factor in your average order value, okay? Now, at the end of the day, there's also an other element involved, which is called the lifetime customer value. And that's a different story, a different ballgame, and I'll see if I actually have any people asking about that in the future, and we can actually go from there. All right, so, that's really the 5 questions. And again, if you guys have more questions, okay, and you want your questions to be featured in our daily huddle, which happens every single weekday, and it's going to be at random times. I've been actually doing the habit of trying to be on live at 9 p.m. Eastern time and 6 p.m. Pacific, but it really depends on my schedule. Sometimes I may be live at different times, so make sure, okay, you follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that's when, once you actually see me live, you'll get an instant notification and you'll know right away, so you can jump on board and be the first to know exactly all these valuable information. Now, put in the word valuable in the comment box or in the chat box if you guys find this like super valuable. You guys learn a lot of things from simply just being with us in our daily huddle every single day. All right, and while you guys are doing that, let me see some. I want to see some like symbol from Facebook. Like Facebook guys, I want to see some like symbol coming in, and I'm just want to see that. All right, I'm getting a lot of people. I'm starting to see people putting the word valuable in here. And guys, again, if you have any questions, simply go to www.fredlam.com/ask. If you're on Facebook, at the top, there's a link. If you're on YouTube, right at the bottom, there is a description link that you can click on it. Make sure you actually ask your question there every single day. I'll pick 5 questions and I'll answer in full details, okay? That's what I'm going to do. And also, remember, every single Monday, I'm going to be announcing the winner to our Kickstart 500 grants, so that I'm going to be investing in you. And potentially you can get on a one-on-one consultation call with me where I can help you build, grow, and scale your business. All right? So other than that, that is it for today. Oh, before I leave, I got a question for you guys, okay? A very important question. I'm actually, again, if you see me looking at this side, it's because I'm looking at like the comments and I'm looking at everything right now. So here's a question for you, okay? I am going to be hosting a brand new workshop next week, okay? And if you guys want to actually learn how you can actually drive a flood of sales without a single penny in ads, okay? And I can share with you guys how someone actually invests like $200 and made like $800 back within hours. Put in the word training right now, okay? Either in the chat on YouTube or in or on Facebook. Put in the word training. if you guys are excited about that. And I got some people giving me like an angry sign for some reason, and some people giving me, I'm not sure why some people are giving me an angry sign. Tell me. And I got some people giving me like a sat sign. If you are giving me a sat sign, I'm out of curiosity. Tell me what, you guys are hating this video or something? Is that why you're giving me an angry and sat sign? At the end of the day, I'm just giving you guys value right now. So I'm just curious. And I think someone's trying to get my attention, but they're not telling me who they are. And I just see the sat sign coming in. So, you know what? Give me some love symbol. Like, I'm just giving you guys a lot of value training right now. But for some reason, I'm getting some sat sign. And if you guys are upset about my video, you know what? You're more than happy to just, like, leave. I'm just here every day to actually inspire, help, and really answer the question. Okay? Alright, I'm seeing all the loves coming in right now. So, anyways, at the end of the day, watch out for my emails. And before we even have any workshop for next week, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be releasing a video this week that will show you ways that you can actually start a business for less than $100. Okay, for less than $100, I'm going to show you how you can actually start an online business. It's going to be for those of you who really want to get started and just don't know where to start. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you basically the breakdown of what you need to invest. And from there, you can decide on what business you want to build. All right, so that's it for today's Daily Huddle, guys. I look forward on seeing you guys tomorrow. Again, we're having this every single weekday at random times. I can't really say and commit myself into a set time, but at the end of the day, if you guys wanted to actually ask your question, have it answered, and also learn from it, go to www.fredlam.com/ask, and I look forward on seeing you guys tomorrow. All right, so that's it today. I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.